Hi, my name is Dr. Kimberly Handy, and once again, I'm trying this vlog thing again. I'm going to see how this one turns out. Um, yeah, I am at Estruma Magnet Middle School, and this is my first year here, and it's been a wonderful experience. I've met so many people and learned so many new things. Sorry if I'm fixing my hair at the same time because I see it. It looks like it's sticking up, so I do apologize. But anyway, yeah, so this actually is my classroom. I'm going to do a tour of some things that are here as far as things that are in place as far as rules, and then also to other things that we do in class, as creativity and having fun. So, okay, I'll turn you around. All right, so this part right here is actually a second part to my social studies class, my seventh graders. We're studying basically the importance of Christopher Columbus, Native Americans, Spanish, Renaissance, Italian states, things of that sort. And we actually did a different exit ticket. We changed it because one of my students would say, "We're about to celebrate Christopher Columbus Day," and I said, "Yes, but why are we celebrating Christopher Columbus Day?" And they didn't know. So I kind of tweaked my lesson plan a little bit, and we actually went and did some research on why are we actually celebrating Christopher Columbus, and they came up with some really good information. So I hope to share that with you guys next time I see them, and I'll have more information from them. So basically, that was an exit ticket. Right here is a example of poetry we did today. Today is the 22nd of September, and basically, students were asked to do an impromptu poem. They had 5 minutes, and you'll see that many of them belted it out with no problem. Here's Jordan. I prepare myself for battle. This could be life or death. I clean my rifle and load the clip. Parachute away, I jump in the fight. I look to the left, I look to the right. Accompanied by my fellow soldiers, lead of platoon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Soldiers down. Walking all over dead bodies, no time to frown. This is mission impossible. So that's Jordan. And this is a person who wanted to remain anonymous. I gave you everything. You left me with nothing. I protected you, yet you still rejected me. Was this my fault? I waited for you to call. I leaned on you, and I leaned on you, and you let me fall. As an effort, I gave my all, but you took my glass heart and you smashed it against the wall. Okay? This was gave. You have to use a Twix bar. I remember me spitting bars. It was rapping about my Twix bar. I felt like I was on Mars. I like to see a lot of hair. My favorite fruit is a pear. I'm a little bit crazy. My family's a little bit lazy. They eat all my food, so I pulled up on them gang. But I wasn't in the mood. After I got off the stage, I was booed. Okay. So different sets, and then this one appears as Trayvon's PlayStation. I'm actually going to have him do that again because that was really neat how he actually named different kinds of games that he had for his PlayStation. This is Jaden. Jaden has one, Miss You, and is actually referring to her sister that was killed. Her older sister that was killed a few years ago in a, I think it was a crash, but I'll let Jaden explain that one. And then here's Edward Flowers, and we actually talked about the imagery in the poem that we read, Who Shot You? And that poem was actually based on Notorious Big. So basically, Who Shot You? And we talked about the imagery, and he really got into that. In fact, I'm going to try to find that poem real quick before I go on so we can actually see. And then Gabe also wrote another poem on his actual packet itself. This right here is called Speak, and it's actually a literary magazine by students at Dutchtown High School. And we've been kind of using this in class just to get our idea about poetry and things of that sort, because I'm actually going to hopefully be the poetry out loud person here, and that'll be my club. But the poem that we read today in class was Who Shot You? Inspired by the movie Notorious by Aaron Carbo. And it went like confused, my thoughts in my head, standing in line happened in an instant. An hour ago, I was watching 100 Hunters dance, all looking fine. Park's ahead of me in line. Then it hits me, I must be dead. Standing here for a while now, bumped the dude before me, I'm like, wow. I'm like, spit something, honey. Give me a beat. Start rapping about my fatness. Take a seat. She laughed. How she died. To report to Master Sergeant Gasseran's class at this time. Only those students that participated in the induction ceremony today should be released to Master Sergeant Gasseran's class at this time. Thank you. Starstruck, talking to Miss Monroe, I'm surprised. Now I'm almost to the gates. Man, did time fly. Easy distracted like I always am One look at Miss Monroe's body is like blam. Two more to go, my knees shaking bad, thinking of Mama, knowing she must be sad. Finally, it's my turn, here goes nothing. Never good at decisions that really meant something. Get to the window, see a crap tall and thin, completely speechless, I ain't even fronting. I know I make some mistakes, not gonna lie, wish I listened to Mama and didn't make her cry. Leaving it up to you where I spend forever. My musical influence is my only endeavor. So that was one of the poems that we read today in class. We've been reading quite a few poems, but that was one that they read today in class, and they really got into that one. So over here is classroom expectations once again. Respect the learning environment, enjoying learning, reading, knowing our objective why we're here. We're here to learn, but we're also here to help each other grow. So I want to make students understand as well. Verbal warnings, infractions, parent-teacher conference, follow up with parents, students. We talk politely to each other. Remember, basically, that we are all here to learn, but we're also human beings, and we all have feelings and things of that sort. So to, you know, take somebody out of their character, so to speak, is not a good thing. Talk to them the way you want to be talked to. Treat them the way you want to be treated. So once again, over here we have they've been doing some practice English. They have done very, very well on that. I am so proud of them. And we are reading a small passage from a book that I had a chance to write with 12 other ladies, and the book that we wrote was called Our Book, Sister and Strength, stories by Vani, Bonetta, Marseille, Mutali, Thelma, Sandy, Connie, Cassandra, Jules, Rochelle, Donna, and myself, Kimberly. So we published this book about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's different stories of the life of 12 different women. And on the back, you'll see about the creator, that's me. Basically, I was in Anchorage, Alaska. It just came like a lightning bolt to me that, as I was doing a project for someone, a class, and I was thinking, I'm going to do something different. Everybody was just going to go interview people, and I said, no, I'm going to actually use Google Docs, and I'm going to do something totally different. So that's what happened with this book, and now it's on Amazon, and we've got copies out there, and I'm very, very excited. So if it wasn't for them, this book would not be possible. So I'm going to take you out of my room again. So basically, the Student Magnet Pledge, be prepared without excuses, respect myself and others, act responsibly at all times, value my academic success, encourage my classmates to be the best they can be, and always strive for greatness. Policies and procedures, participating in class, and then here are some of their vocabulary words that they have written from their books. Another little reminder to them basically of how we react with each other and interact with each other. Also to Eden Park and the Commons and how do we actually exit the building and what do we need to do for fire drill. And you see other things that are on there too on the vocabulary. Ninth grade, CFA made them do eighth grade, CFA made them do very, very well. And so I look forward to seeing more work like that from them. And here are some books that the students are reading, like War of the World, Speak, A Thousand Splendid Suns. She actually finished In Cold Blood, and I have a young lady that actually finished at least 3 books. My Louisiana Studies class, Bayous, things of that sort. Louisiana, I'm starting with Katrina, actually starting with the Great Flood here in Baton Rouge. I wanted to start with them first. So this back here is my back desk, and this is my compass from Miss Bourgeois. She's awesome. She's compass and broke down a lot of the actual GLEs and things like that to have us integrate that, so that's awesome. And then I also have my English language arts for my 8th graders and a couple of short stories in there as well. And also to my I can statements. So basically these are I can statements that I use, like cite textual evidence, support analysis of what text says explicitly, whereas inferences drawn from the text. So right now we're focusing on I can tell my central idea and explain it. Its development throughout the text using specific details. So that part right there we've been practicing on that. They've also been doing JA Finance. JA Finance is a student workbook that helps them become financially literate. So basically they're learning about career exploration, how to become an entrepreneur, STEM, things of that sort. Get to go on a field trip afterwards. I think the kids are pretty excited. So also my depth of knowledge chart, I use this quite often when I want my students to think about critical thinking skills, engagement prompts that I can use, recall prompts, extended thinking. Here's some other work as well for my students. And our book from our Louisiana Studies book is currently Louisiana, Our History, Our Home. So our history, our home, I love the cover there, and it's gorgeous. Um, Basically, we're actually with this, we should be pretty much. We've done the lakes. We actually have a inter-unit test next week, so that's our goal to actually get the inter-unit test done next week. I also have some supplementary things like this Declaration of Independence and such. Some more books. As you can see, I'm an avid reader. I have lots of books back here that students can borrow and use at any time. Supplies, things of that sort. Always looking for book donations, so that's great. Anchor texts such as personification, metaphor, idiom, imagery, and the volleyball girls actually come in and drop their bags off back here. So, yeah, so I'm like a pseudo volleyball coach, I guess, in a way. Anyway, they drop their bags off here before they go. Hyperboles, what's a symbol, things of that sort. And then some other student work is basically the one that Thelma was telling you about, how to cite the relevant textual evidence, determine a theme or central idea of a text. So I just read that ICANN statement. Analyze how particular lines of a dialogue or incidents in a story or drama propel the actual action itself. We've been working on this for a little bit. As you can see, they've been working hard with their writing, learning juxtapositions, learning how to find that, like I said, analyze a text, the character's behavior, what forms the character's behavior, why did this happen, and also we've been doing some informational text. There was a line in the actual story that we're reading that said women are meant to be seen, not heard, and so the students went online and got actual information, factual information about what does that quote actually mean. And then we have some of my seventh graders. They work very hard too. Here are some quotes from their book. Mark Pigeon, chapter 3. Basically, he's doing Buddy, not I think it's Buddy, not Bud. Darkness Before Dawn. They finished that. Rakia finished the first one back on the 28th of August. I gotta get their pictures up, but here I have Ariana, who's finished 3 books: Catch Fire, Darkness Before Dawn, and then I think that's Terrell, and like I say, Amaya, who actually finished In Cold Blood. Here's some other examples of student work. Here's an example of my 7th grade work. The first day I actually came work here on the 21st. Wow, I guess that would make it about a month yesterday. So when I first came in, we talked about different things as far as compare Alaska, where I'm actually coming from, to Louisiana. Immigration. We talked about their story as far as being a rich part of the American history. Also, too, we talked about the glaciers, things of that sort. So the Ice Age ends at 8,000 BC. Here are the presidents. And let's see, we have more books. Actually, yesterday my students got a chance to interpret art from the Renaissance called the Dervish, which is basically another name for a Muslim, and they did a great job. So I'm going to close this one out again, hoping that this one actually goes through and that it's okay. So once again, my name is Dr. Kimberly Handy, and I am very honored to be here at Estuary Middle High School. I'm originally from New Orleans, as I said, and I've been married for 20 years. Thanks again for your time. Truly appreciate it. Again, bye. Out there.